Welcome to day 4, and in my hand I am holding a single piece of bread. Why is that? Because a single piece of dry toast, once I pop it in the toaster oven here, will be the only thing I get aside from what I drink, which today I'm going to have this Puka Tulsi Clarity, and it is a caffeine-free tea, which is usually how I want to start my day off, with something not caffeinated when I'm going to work. So this is breakfast. Well, if this isn't the breakfast of champions, I don't know what is. It's a good thing I'm used to being somewhat of a minimalist for breakfast. Otherwise, if I ate pretty decent sized breakfast on a normal basis, this might be a problem. Let's try some of this tea I've never tried before here. Got a nice little flavor, kind of more of a herbal style. So those are usually ones that, when unsweetened, taste the best normally anyway, because they don't usually have to have modifications made to it to kind of make it better. So feeling pretty good this morning, though. You know, a little tired getting up. That was just because I went to bed late. And other than that, we're off to a good start. So, off to work. Time to face another day and see how I handle between then and lunch. Back from work, it's time for lunch. Of course, this is basically day 1, part 2, minus the tomatoes from breakfast. So that means we're doing fruit again, and it's going to be the same smorgasbord of fruit that we had yesterday. So I'll make this concoction and eat it up. And here we go. I don't know why the fruit salad smorgasbord is bigger looking, but it's the same amount of items that I put in yesterday, so I'm gonna enjoy this. It's the same stuff from yesterday, so no need to kind of go over it again. See you at lunch. Well, it has been quite a day of getting some stuff done this time as far as video editing for my series. I've gotten a few things done. Not nearly as much as I would like to get done, but I've definitely had the energy for it today. And now it is time for dinner. And of course, since this is basically day 1, part 2, dinner is exactly the same. Salad, of course, and it's going to be eggs, just like on day 1. Then, of course, the difference is we'll be taking that lemon, the portion size is a little bit different. The amount that I put of the lemon in there is going to be different. I will mix it in a little bit, what's left, with this mango flavor tea. Won't take long to prep on that. And then we'll have that ready to go. Also, been doing a little bit better physically for the most part today. I think a lot of that had to do with work, probably. Still having some things. Nothing too major. Everything's pretty good so far. So, could it be because of my portion sizes? Could it be because maybe I'm using certain things that maybe the diet might have not specified that I shouldn't be? Again, salad, but Are there any restrictions on the salad? It doesn't specify. I don't know. Doesn't specify exactly. It just says salad. And I know that I can't have regular dressing, so that's the one thing that I've modified on that. But other than that, and obviously I'm not putting anything that's not strictly vegetable related that you would find on a salad either. So no like sort of extremes on that regard. So I think everything should be fine. So we'll make this and we'll see how it turns out. It should be fine though. Also, if you're curious how I prep these eggs, I use this egg cooker here, which I think Jevons actually did once. At least some kind of variation of it. I don't know if it was the same brand, but I do remember he did an infomercialism with this. We owned one long before I ever saw the video, though. This has actually been a really good one. It does have the little measuring cup here. You can go up to whatever the appropriate number is, if it can focus in, which I don't know if it can. I don't know. But we're doing 2. So what you do is you go put the appropriate amount of water for 2 hard-boiled eggs. Take this off. Use the appropriate amount. And then that is ready to go. The next thing from it, we remove the cap from it, and it's got this little puncture mark here. And you take the eggs, and you generally want to put what you would consider the top side upside down. And then you'll take the bottom and you'll press it down till you puncture it. Kind of turn it a little bit, make sure it gets real good. Okay, I'm going to show that process a little bit better this time with this second one, so that way you can kind of see what I did, since the first video didn't get it real good. There you go. And once those are punctured, put a lid on it. And then after that, you just hit the start button. It turns blue. Once the water runs out, it'll make a noise letting you know it's done. And then you'll rinse off the eggs to kind of cool them. Probably have to use something to hold them with. They're kind of hot. And just peel. All right, here it is. And here's my tea of the day. I find that the lemon juice mixed with these citrusy versions of teas mix it a little bit better and have a little bit better of a taste. Let's try that again. And going to have one of these eggs. I think this is the first time I've had these eggs with the salad, because I think we still had some of the other ones. Just as good as the first time. We're going to finish this, and we'll get some dessert later on. And finally, it is time for the dessert of today, which is more grapefruit. It's going to be interesting tomorrow, because there will be no grapefruit. There will also, for the first time, be no salad. We will be changing up dinner a little bit, which will be good to just kind of have something different. It'll also be a day that I have to make sure that I go out and get what I need, because I didn't want to buy it early. Kind of interested in seeing how that's going to go tomorrow. That's definitely what I'm very fascinated to see. It's going to start the same. And to be honest, today was fine. Having the toast without the tomatoes, perfectly fine. Minimalist at breakfast. Then you have the fruit for lunch. It's a good thing there. And, the salad, which would be better with something other than lemon juice, but could be worse. So, overall, still doing fairly decent. And definitely not nearly as bad as would be led to believe based on the severity of the diet, but maybe it's the portions. Maybe there's something that I'm missing in the regulations. I don't know. But it's working out pretty good. I know I'm going to be losing weight. Will I lose the 14 pounds? Will I lose anywhere between the 8.6 and 10 pounds that Chevins and his wife did when they did it? We'll see. We're getting closer. We're past the halfway mark. Day 5 tomorrow.